morning, ladies and gentlemen. Since you guys were so interested in my last tractor video, I thought I might just do another quick one of me actually doing some work. So sit by, let's have a look. Put the PDO shaft on. The deck's already set up, ready to go. I can't do anything about the camera because I can't hold and play around with it while I'm actually working. So I'll give you a bit of a front view of it's starting to do some surrounds here, some playing field surrounds. So I hope you find this enjoyable. Bring up the revs, whack her into gear, and here we go. I'd like to show you actually reversing up, but like I said, I can't hold on to the camera while I'm working, so I hope this is alright. Some of the fields we've got around the surrounds are fairly rough, but you get that. It is only local council after all. It's not like the SCG, is it? Today, it's supposed to get about 30 degrees today. I'm a bit late out this morning because I had to get a roller bearing fixed. I had a meeting with the boss. But that's all good, normal sort of stuff. I'm usually out on the road just after 6 o'clock in the morning. Finish at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 4 days a week. I hope you can see enough. You can't actually see where I've cut at the moment, but you can see where the track is going. So on average you do about 6 kilometres an hour while I'm cutting, because the ground is so uneven. If I was on a playing field, it would be a different thing altogether. I could go about 8 k's an hour. It'd be nice if I could actually mount this thing so you could see what I see, apart from what you're all seeing at the moment. But you can probably hear what's going on, I guess. Not sure if you can actually make out where I've been cutting. Let me have a little look. You see my reflection there? There you go. Back it up here a bit. There's the deck. Watch out for people around here. You have to keep stopping all the time to let people and kids go past. How's that tickle your fancy? Put you back up here for a bit. Not be everybody's cup of tea what I do, but I quite enjoy it. I get to be out on my own all day. I know what I've got to do, I just go and do it. And I like to work that way. I rarely get harassed by the boss or anybody else, unless they really need something done out of the ordinary, but overall it's pretty bloody good. The grass is a bit long at the moment because of the rain and the heat that we've had. The grass has just taken off, but in about a month or so that'll change. The temperature will get a bit cooler, the grass will slow down a bit, and it won't be so hard to keep up with it. But when you've got breakdowns and meetings and all sorts of different stuff that takes you away from the job all the time, it does get a bit hard at times to keep up with the workflow. But this is my 20th year doing this now, and I'll be here until I die, I'd say, but this is the best job I've ever had. I think. It's peaceful. Might not be a good thing, but it gives you plenty. Sometimes it's not a good thing, for the simple fact that it gives you far too much time to think and your head goes crazy, especially when you're a flipped out flower child like me. There's always too much to think about. But nonetheless, I'm still happy. I like my job. I love my job. And I'm hoping very much, I know the plans are already put through to get me a new tractor, and I'm hoping to see it in the next couple of months, which would be really good because this thing's flopped out. We used to have all John Deeres in the fleet, and then they decided to go to New Holland, and to be quite honest, we've had nothing but dramas with all these New Hollands for the last probably 6-7 years, and they're getting their heads back together and going back to John Deere's, which I'm happy about. They're really comfortable. I'd prefer a Massey Ferguson, but John Deere's is pretty good. I don't mind them at all. They're a lot more comfortable than these things, than the New Holland. A lot more user friendly. They're quieter in the cab. The seat's more comfortable. Oh shit, here we go. They sneak up on you. Bloody runners. Be careful not to spit anything out from under the deck, Adam. They're a bit like bike riders. They're a fucking, not motorbike riders, but push bike riders. Those that ride on the streets and everything. I just call them a mobile speed hump. For the best part, that's what they are. They don't mind getting in people's way and thinking they're the be all and end all and everything. As you can see, I get a bit sideways. The gradient gets a bit much sometimes, but it's, you know, like, you get used to it. You just do it without thinking. You're always on autopilot once you settle in. You can see here where it's worn. A lot of it's weather erosion along the bank here, but with all the people here on sports days as well, it doesn't do it any justice, really. It just chews the ground up. It makes it a bit hard to cut, especially when you've got sensitive roller bearings on the deck. if you're not careful, they're very easy to break. Up to the other end, screw this off a bit, and I'll show you where I go down the dip around where the drain outlet is. Come up along here. This is not so bad as far as down a bit so I don't smash the roller bearings. There's a lot of rocks and stuff poking up out of the ground. You only got to hit the bloody thing the wrong way and you break the roller bearing. How well you can see any of that. It's hard to tell. Probably a bit hard to see what angle I'm on as well. But this is only a little bit of what I do. During winter, now they've changed the programs again for us. We've got different parks to do now in winter. We used to have a winter program. We'd go around and trim trees, lift canopies, and aerate and all that sort of stuff. Scarify. Well, they've got contractors in doing the scarifying at the moment for the fields. Clean them up, get the grass to grow. It's not something I get to do very often. We've got dedicated guys that with special equipment to go out and cut the ovals because they're set at a different cutting height than what I am. I'm set at 50 mil. Usually the boys on the bigger decks for the sporting fields are about 30, 35 mil, depending on what surface it is, whether it's been football or cricket. Change the cutting heights different seasons for the different sports because they want different conditions. The sporting field surround us, which is what I mostly do, is usually the same year round. So I can't really complain. I don't have to muck around setting up decks and things like that. And here we go. Hill. Probably can't really see what sort of an angle I'm on coming down there. Probably about 25 degrees, 30 degrees maybe. So, to wrap it up in a nutshell, that's pretty much it. It varies side to side. I drive out on the road, which can be a bit of a pain in the backside because our roads aren't the best. Probably like your own, full of potholes and repairs. You're bouncing out all over the place. The tractor only gets along at 43 top speed, 43 kilometres an hour top speed. Which still very very uncomfortable on the road. You're jumping around all over the place. Sometimes you hit the big bumps, your head smacks the roof of the tractor. But if you know what you're looking for, you usually slow down a little bit just so it's not so bad. And I'm pretty sure it's hard to see exactly the angle I'm working at from what you can see. the same. Take that back up again. You can get into little fiddly bits. Where you're backing in and driving forward and backing in and driving forward, so on and so forth. Part and parcel, it's just like you would with a normal lawnmower. Here I can't keep driving along there because there's a drain halfway along here, but I can't get around. I have to back up to it from both sides. So let's see what that's about. Good thing is though, good old four-wheel drive in these things, and it's electronic, which is just a flick of a switch. It's really good. Yeah. Let's see if I can get a quick look. Back up to the drain here. Oh, it's a bit hard with the reflection in there. See the drain lid there. Get back up to that. Got the fence on one side. Drain's up quite. The deck's a little bit too wide for that. Come back. Grab it up along the top. Usually with the grass being a little long like it is at the moment, you've got to run over it a couple of times. There's a lot of moisture. There's a lot of moisture in the grass, and it makes it hard to spread to get a nice even finish. You can see it clumps up in places and whatnot. So you can just lift the front of the deck up. Just take the front roller on the deck just off the ground. Oh, here we go with another walker. Hang on a sec, we'll shut this down. Okay, there we go, the walker's gone. Back up, there's another walker coming up, so bring the deck up a little bit. Back it up over the fluffy grass. Hard to spread it because it's still full of water. It's really wet. But you get it as tidy as you possibly can without getting too carried away. You don't have a hell of a lot of time. We've got another walker. Hang on a second. Okay, he's gone. And I think it's about time for me to go as well. Just about to have more than tea. Oh, here comes that runner again. Hang on a sec. Things you've got to watch out for. You always got to keep your wits about you. You never know what could be laying in the grass. Watch out for people because they don't care that you're out here trying to work. They'll just come right up to you and be a pain in the backside. Thinking that everything's all hunky-dory, but they're not aware of the danger of anything coming out from under the deck, and it's a strong possibility because they leave so much crap laying around after they've been here. Okay, finish this little bit and then we'll have more tea. After I finish my job another crew comes through with whippersnippers and ride on mowers, and they trim all around the trees and the footpaths, the fence lines, all the stuff that I can't get. And that's what finishes the job off. Alright, that'll do for the minute. Just about to have morning tea. Looking forward to a cuppa. I've already got one, but you know, we'll have a cuppa. Have something to eat. Back over under the tree. It's already a bit warm. I've got the air conditioner on already. It's like a it can get like a mobile greenhouse in here because you've got so much glass and it gets so hot. Got the revs, okay, parked up, ready to have smoko. So I hope I didn't bore you too much. I hope that that gives you some sort of insight on my boring life, and I hope you're all doing well, and take care, and I'll catch you all next time. Bye. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's one of the benefits of my job is the wildlife that I see. It's a little frill neck lizard. He was out sunning himself, but I disturbed him and he's moved off a bit. So I don't want to get too close. I don't want to frighten him. So there's a little bonus. Oh, he's on the move. Alright, we'll leave him alone. There you go. There's another look at the little fella. A little better look. Out there sunning himself. Probably thinking, what the fuck are you looking at? Handsome little devil. He'd have to be about a foot or so long. Not the biggest one I've seen. I'm guessing he'd be a bit of a youngster. He's happy nonetheless.